pray for everybody involved. But also, what caused this? We have to look at this. We know where we stand with God, and right now it's not good. But what caused this? This is key, I think, to understanding what's been going on here in our midst, okay? It's incredible. But did this bridge lose navigation? The answer is yes. The power was lost just before it hit the bridge. Do we know what caused it? Do we know what caused it? And so the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore collapsed earlier today, this morning about 1:40, after a large container ship, the Dolly, struck a primary support column that holds up the whole bridge. And now, 2 individuals, thank God, were rescued. One is in critical, serious condition. The authorities estimate that 7 people are still underwater in vehicles, including a tractor trailer, though the number could even be higher than that. This incident represents the most severe U.S. bridge collision since the Tampa Bay Sky Bridge disaster of 1980. I remember that's the year I graduated from high school. The event occurred in the early morning hours as the ship was leaving the port under the pilotage. Agencies are reporting that the container ship Dolly, which collided with the Baltimore Bridge, lost propulsion while exiting the port. The crew on board alerted the Maryland officials that they had lost control of the vehicle, as reported by ABC News. They lost the navigation system. As soon as they got out into the water, they all of a sudden lost control of the ability to steer the ship. They had no control of the propulsion. They had no control of the navigation. They were literally out of control, but the ship was running. The engine was rolling, but they had no control. Now, you might say that's insane. That's impossible. No, because today these ships, AI, and of course using technology, using GPS navigation systems, we no longer depend on men looking and manual operation. We depend on computer systems. I truly believe that this was hacked. I'm going to say it now. I honest to God, believe this was hacked. This ship was owned is a Singapore. It's an Asian ship. This cargo was headed to Asia. This bridge is one of the most important bridges linking an entire massive amount of warehouses that ship containers, thousands and thousands of containers a day go out of Baltimore to the world and come back. With this bridge down and where it's located, it is completely shut down. It's the worst thing that could ever happen for several reasons. It's the worst thing that ever happened. First of all, there's 10,000 containers on that ship. That ship is 2.5 football fields long. But did you know Apophis is 3.5 football fields long? So when next time you look at the picture of that ship, the enormous size of it, the gravity of the situation, look how huge that thing is. Apophis is a third time bigger, another third bigger. Imagine Apophis coming in and crashing into the ocean at that size at 40,000 miles an hour. That's why I keep talking about Apophis, the god of chaos, coming on Friday the 13th, April the 13th, 2029. But that's another story. We'll get there when we get there, if we get there. Jesus is coming soon. Now listen, this ship lost total navigation ability. The vessel notified the Maryland Department of Transportation that they had lost complete control of the ship, and a collision with the bridge was very possible. The ship, the engine was running. The throttle was on. They couldn't shut it down. They couldn't stop. It was already on, and it was out of control. They were not, look at this. They were not controlling the ship. So the worst thing imaginable would be the ship would keep going for a half hour, crash into the bridge, but not just anywhere in the bridge, crash into the main structure that holds the bridge. That's like, firing, the odds of that are like firing a shot into the sky and it hitting an airplane. Okay? I mean, think this through, guys. So it's out of control. You have no control. The throttle's on. It's turning. It's going where it wants. And even in the video, you'll see it. It literally turns and heads for the pylon. The captain is screaming, "It's not us. We didn't do it." They even try to shut the power down. The power comes back on. They can't control the ship. And I'm telling you, this thing was hacked. I don't know, though. I'm not the expert. I'm assuming. Obviously, I'm assuming either that or this is the absolute worst probability could ever happen in history. To literally bring a ship out of the harbor, turn it, head it down the river, navigating it somehow, and heading it straight for the pylon that takes the bridge down. Are you serious? Now listen to this. Now all that cargo that cannot ship because the bridge is in the way, and all the cargo that needs to come in can't get in because the bridge is in the way, and all the cars that link the city of Baltimore, the main the outer perimeter, can't go on the bridge because the bridge is gone. So that forces all that traffic downtown into Baltimore, into tunnels that were already jammed with traffic with the bridge working. So the economy of Baltimore, and not just Baltimore, but the economy on the East Coast, and not just the East Coast, but as these containers are shipped across America on trucks, and as containers need to be shipped to Asia and to Europe and different places across the world, everything comes to a crashing halt. Now, this is just a day after the blood moon and just a few days before the solar eclipse. And my question is, will there be more events between now